Okay, Ellen, take it away when you're ready.
Thank you, Matthew. Welcome, everyone, to our first virtual annual award celebration. My name is Ellen Stensholt. I'm a National Board Director and the National Awards Review Committee co-chair. I would like to begin by acknowledging the Indigenous people of all the lands that we are on today. While we meet today on a virtual platform, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the land, which we call home. We do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility in improving relationships between nations and to improving our own understanding of local Indigenous peoples and their cultures. From coast to coast, we acknowledge the ancestral and unceded territory of all the Inuit, Métis, and First Nations peoples that call this nation home. Please join me in a moment of reflection to acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past and to consider how we are and can, each in our own way, try to move forward in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. We're going to begin this virtual celebration of your volunteer contributions to Diabetes Canada by showing a short video illustrating the many different activities carried out by volunteers that contribute to the success of Diabetes Canada. Okay, you've just seen some wonderful examples of the many volunteers who support Diabetes Canada across the country, and I'm delighted that so many award recipients and supporters were able to join us live today. I would like to acknowledge and thank my volunteer colleagues on the National Awards Committee who helped review the many nominations that came in from across Canada, and believe me, there were many. Catherine Arcudi, a healthcare professional and a past professional conference volunteer, co-chair based in Quebec, and Randeep Birdie, a Diabetes Canada governance volunteer and healthcare professional based in Alberta. We wish that we could have managed to set up this call so that all of you wonderful volunteers could be on screen with us, so that you could either say something or maybe wave so when you receive your awards. Unfortunately, it was too technically complicated, at least it was for us. And so we couldn't be confident that we could make it work. Thank you for joining us, taking the time to join online to celebrate you before International Volunteer Day on December 5th. We have a brief but full program today and an opportunity to highlight the accomplishments of the 2020 National Award winners. This has been a unique year, and although we wish that these awards were being presented in person, we are still honored to recognize your achievements in this new virtual environment. We will have an opportunity to present 17 national awards today and also recognize more than 90 regional award recipients from across Canada. As we move through the presentations, you'll see that we were fortunate enough to have photos or a short quote from most of the recipients, not all. We are missing a few. So we just wanted to point out so you don't think we deliberately avoided adding a photo or a few words. If you had sent it, if we had received it, you'd be part of this presentation with your story. It's amazing to see so many of our award recipients with diverse backgrounds, skill, and interest. Although the COVID-19 pandemic has dramatically altered the landscape of volunteerism and community partnership, we're still inspired and thankful that Diabetes Canada has been able to make the virtual shift, innovate, and more importantly, keep our volunteers and community supporters engaged at such a challenging time. So we're here to celebrate you, the volunteers and community supporters who make this vibrant organization come to life. Collectively, we all have the desire to make a positive contribution helping others in some way who are impacted by diabetes. That's how Diabetes Canada was started, and it certainly continues today. Despite the many different ways that volunteers and community supporters make their contributions to Diabetes Canada, the end result is something amazing. Volunteers inform us about what is needed most and where. They help us deliver education and awareness about diabetes. They help develop professional and clinical information and tools. Volunteers provide the passionate voices that help convince governments and other key stakeholders to make changes to policies that will impact thousands. They provide the life-changing connections and relationships between kids with diabetes and also their families. And volunteers raise essentially all of the funds that are needed to support all of this work. Diabetes Canada would not have been born without volunteers and community partners, and it wouldn't exist today without them. We can never thank you enough for your contributions, and every single contribution counts. This year, the theme of International Volunteer Day is Together We Can, and it's a fitting theme that represents our volunteer and community partner award recipients, both at the regional and national level, who have created a wonderful and transformational mosaic of volunteerism and community partnership. So we're here today to recognize and highlight that vibrant mosaic. With that, I would like to introduce Laura Siren, President and CEO of Diabetes Canada. Laura.
Thank you, Ellen. And hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here today on the eve of International Volunteer Day, as Ellen was saying. I'm sorry that I haven't yet had a chance to meet with many of you in person, so I'm really sincerely appreciating this opportunity to meet you virtually and express my gratitude for all that you do as volunteers for Diabetes Canada. One of the things that truly stood out to me when I started in this role a few months ago is the passion, dedication, and very determined commitment of our volunteers. And please, I want you to know that the value of the work you all do does not go unnoticed. In fact, I consider myself a lifelong volunteer and look to the act of giving or service, if you will, as a two-way relationship. There's the obvious benefit to the organization, to Diabetes Canada, but then there's the invaluable opportunity to help you build skills, meet new people, and hopefully have lots of fun along the way. And I certainly hope your involvement with Diabetes Canada has provided you with that and much more. Under our present circumstances, your creativity and dedication to help us shift gears this year so we could deliver programs and resources through new digital platforms has just been incredible. And it could only have happened with your help. And we really mean that. It could have only happened with your help. Many of you have been involved with Diabetes Canada in different capacities. You've spent countless hours on planning committees. Prior to COVID, you may have been coming into our offices and been helping with everything from stuffing envelopes and campaign kits to entering information in our database. A number of you have been sending letters to elected officials, and in some cases, even meeting with them virtually. And you've helped create and execute events for both those living with diabetes and for our frontline healthcare providers. And that's why we have the honor and privilege today to acknowledge you with our National Volunteer Recognition Awards. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we had to delay the award ceremony. So I'm pleased that finally today we can get together and honor your contributions. And with that, I have the pleasure of kicking us off with the first official award of the program. The Kroesen Inspiration Award recognizes an individual who has overcome great odds to manage their diabetes and continue to live a fulfilling, active, and inspiring life. And it brings me great pleasure to announce this year's recipient, Erika Sergensen. Erica is known to share her personal journey of living with type 1 diabetes with a humorous twist. Her passion for the type 1 diabetes community is remarkable, and she endeavors to spread the positive message that you can thrive and live well with diabetes, leveraging her comedic spirit to spread these important messages. Bravo to Erica, and congratulations. The next award is the Frederick G. Banting Award, recognizing an individual, not-for-profit, group, corporation, or government department that has significantly contributed to either preventing diabetes and chronic disease in Canada or to improving the quality of life of individuals affected by diabetes nationwide. I'm pleased to say this year's recipient is the South Riverdale Community Health Center's Diabetes Eye Screening Program. From its creation 7 years ago in 2013, thousands of patients have been screened by this Diabetes Eye Screening Program team. Among them were dozens of urgent cases that needed immediate treatment for the person to save their eyesight. Congratulations, team, and thanks for all you're doing in our community. And now I'd like to pass things back to Ellen, who's going to present the next group of awards. Ellen?
Next is our National Young Volunteer of the Year Award. This award honors a young adult who has demonstrated dedication in advancing Diabetes Canada's mission. This award goes to Michaela Delfs. Michaela lives with type 1 diabetes and has volunteered to help out at our family camp in Saskatchewan. Her time at camp has been an incredible asset, but she's also quite innovative. And she started a clothing line at the age of 14 to help raise funds to send kids to camp. Thanks for your service, Michaela. Congratulations. Thank you so very much. I now like to acknowledge the Outstanding National Partnership Award. This award recognizes a partner in business, media, healthcare, government, NGO, educational institution, service club, or any other sector that has worked with Diabetes Canada to create a significant outcome. This year's recipient is Chartwell Retirement Residences, represented by Geraldine Dixon. Chartwell was a presenting sponsor of the Aces and Races Gala in Ontario and sponsored several other community-based events. Not only have they helped us raise funds, but thanks to their involvement, we've been able to expand our networks and connect with other organizations to create new beneficial partnerships. Thank you to Chartwell. Our next award is the National Collaboration Award. This award celebrates outstanding examples of collaboration within the diabetes community. Recipients recognize the benefits that come from accessing the expertise of individuals, local businesses, governments, nonprofits, or charities, be it human, financial, or physical resources. This year's award recipient is the Manitoba Association of Healthcare Professionals. The association has been supporting the work of Diabetes Canada for more than 10 years in a variety of capacities, including our annual expos, educational events, Best Banting Gala, and Lace Up for Diabetes. Sincere thank you and congratulations to the association. Again, thank you very much. And now, the Charles H. Best Award. This award recognizes a health professional who has made a significant difference across Canada towards improving the quality of life of individuals living with diabetes. This award goes to Susie Jin. Susie is a pharmacist, certified diabetes educator, and has many other certifications under her belt. Her professional experience in diabetes education includes a variety of practice settings, such as her local hospital, diabetes education program in Cobourg, Ontario, her local community health center, and now primarily in her community pharmacy. Susie has dedicated many volunteer hours to supporting the work of Diabetes Canada and has been instrumental in helping to educate other pharmacists and healthcare professionals in the latest in diabetes care. Many thanks, Susie, and congratulations. And lastly, I'd like to announce this year's National Advocacy Leadership Award. This award recognizes an advocacy volunteer who has demonstrated exemplary leadership, commitment, and dedication in advancing public policy in the interests of people living with diabetes and in accordance with the advocacy strategy of Diabetes Canada. This year's recipient is Mitch Beauchemin. Sadly, Mitch passed away earlier this year, and our hearts go out to his family and friends. Mitch was a dedicated volunteer advocate for Diabetes Canada. He lived with type 1 diabetes and with several serious complications, including kidney disease. Despite his health challenges, or perhaps because of them, he was a tremendous advocate for the diabetes community in Manitoba and Canada. We will be forever grateful for the chance to work with Mitch and send our sympathy to his family and friends. And for our final group of national awards, I'm going to introduce Sean Gibson, Executive Director of Community Fundraising and Events. Sean.
Thanks very much, Ellen. It's my pleasure to present the National Volunteer of the Year Awards. This award is given to individuals who have gone above and beyond to support our work. These individuals demonstrate dedication and achievements that made an impact in advancing Diabetes Canada towards our mission and goals. Today, we're honoring 10 of these incredible individuals. Our first award goes to Marilyn Southall from Ontario. She is the district chair for the A4 Alliance and has led the Lions Clubs to raise money and awareness for our DCamps and has held 2 successful Case for the Cure fundraising events. Congratulations, Marilyn. Also in Ontario, we have Judy Fern from the Ottawa area. She has worked tirelessly as a volunteer lead on our Diabetes 360 strategy, attending events, obtaining signatures for petitions and letters to elected officials. Many thanks and congratulations, Judy. Next is Mel Viner, who resides in Kingston. Mel has been a longtime volunteer who continues to help raise close to $15,000 annually through third-party events. He also assists with many local events, including the annual Taste of Kingston event that I look forward to attending once we're out of this pandemic. Thanks, Mel, and congratulations. I'd now like to acknowledge Sherry Randall from Curran, Ontario. She's a dedicated volunteer who was drawn to support our work after her son Ethan was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. She's a past committee member of our gala in Ottawa, which helped raise $15,000 and has participated in our Put a Squeeze lemonade stands. Thank you, Sherry, and congratulations. Congratulations to Bonnie Jackson from Oakville, Ontario. Bonnie and her husband started volunteering with our organization in 1978 when their daughter, Joanna, was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 5. Her compassion and long-standing dedication helped make a tremendous impact on our diabetes community. Congratulations to Bonnie. Moving a bit more west to Saskatchewan, and a big congratulations to Orest and Mary Mizek of Saskatoon. For the past 6 years, they've spearheaded a fundraising campaign in their apartment building, raising $1,200 each year. They were also longtime residential campaign canvassers. Congratulations and thank you to you both. Our next Volunteer of the Year award goes to Douglas Ball from Regina. Douglas is a computer programmer who has volunteered countless hours over the past 24 years, assisting with our spring and fall residential campaigns. His computer skills have helped keep the campaign running smoothly. Thanks, Douglas, and congratulations. Next is Michelle Pankratz from Vancouver. Michelle has been a volunteer for the last 3 years and was a committee member on our No Limits with Type 1 Diabetes conference the last 2 years. She provided incredible insight and support that helped make the event a great success. Thanks and congratulations to Michelle. Also in British Columbia, the home of our next recipient, Mario Michelli. Mario works closely with our public affairs and advocacy team and is always willing to volunteer and advocate to all levels of governments, as well as share his personal story about living with type 2 diabetes. Many thanks, Mario, and congratulations. And our final recipient is Liz MacArthur from Prince Edward Island. Liz has been a volunteer with Diabetes Canada since 2004 after her son Liam was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. She's worn many hats and held many roles over the years, helping with key fundraising and advocacy activities. Congratulations to Liz. Oops, you're on mute, Ellen.
I worry so much about my dog. Thanks, Sean. Congratulations again to all of the volunteer award recipients. But before you go, I would like to ask Sean Gibson to stay with us for a moment to say a few words about our regional award recipients across Canada.
Thank you, Ellen. I've had the pleasure of working with the regions over the past year and have seen the many amazing accomplishments that happen every day. Although today's event was an opportunity to highlight the achievements of national award winners, we also have vibrant, diversified, and passionate volunteers who are supporting Diabetes Canada at the regional level every year. These volunteers are the heart and soul of Diabetes Canada at the community level and are involved in this organization in so many areas. This year, we were honored to recognize 68 recipients from communities across Canada with our 2020 regional awards. Normally, we would be presenting these awards in person at the regional level, but like everything else this year, that wasn't possible. Regional awards are presented to individuals, organizations, and groups across 6 categories, including Outstanding Healthcare Professional, Inspiration Award, Camp Award, Young Volunteer of the Year, and of course, Volunteers of the Year. This amazing group of individuals have helped us achieve great things. Provincial advocates have lent their voices and stories to help us expand coverage for insulin pumps, access new medications, and add coverage for advanced glucose monitoring, and inspire support for our D360 campaign at the federal level. Volunteers have helped to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars through galas, lemonade stands, grassroots community fundraising, and residential campaigns. They have mentored and inspired children and families who are living with type 1 diabetes through our camp programs, family camps, and T1D camps. Some volunteers have lent their stories of triumph and success living with diabetes so that we could share with the world the many ways that people can live well with diabetes, hopefully inspiring and motivating others. Partner organizations have leveraged their networks and connections to raise awareness about diabetes and have helped to provide a link to educational resources in their communities in a way that Diabetes Canada couldn't do on its own. And of course, healthcare professionals in the regions have been the trusted anchor and leaders to guide people with diabetes through their journey. So although we can't do a full presentation ceremony to all of the regional award recipients today, we have invited them to attend. We're sharing their many names on the slides here and wanted to give them special mention and a huge thank you for everything that you have done. Ellen? Oh, you're on mute, Ellen.
With all my practice, you'd think I would have got over this. Thanks, Sean. I'm now going to pass it over to Laura for final remarks.
Thank you so much, Ellen and Sean, and thank you all of you who are on this Zoom call today, for those who were honored and all of you here supporting those who were honored today. You have all helped Diabetes Canada in many special ways, and we truly could not thank you enough. Through providing resources to healthcare professionals, advocating on behalf of people affected by diabetes, and funding leading edge research, we will together end diabetes. We just can't get there on our own, and we are deeply grateful for all that you are doing. As we move closer to 2021 and to the 100th anniversary of the discovery of insulin, I'm really excited about what's ahead for our entire diabetes community. Despite COVID, we remain committed, forward-looking, and passionate. And with your continued support, together, we are better positioned to end diabetes so that Canadians don't have to wait another 100 years for the next great diabetes-related discovery. So once it's safe to do so, I'm looking forward to getting out to all communities across Canada and getting to meet you in person. In the meantime, congratulations again, stay healthy and safe, and have very happy holidays. Thank you all.